Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating idea that can change the way you make decisions. In a world full of choices, making the right decision often feels like an impossible task. We hesitate, we overthink, and sometimes we choose nothing at all. But what if there was a rule, a simple principle backed by mathematics that could guide us to the best option? This is where the 37% rule comes in. Let's listen in as two people explore how it works in real life.
You know that feeling, right? Staring down a huge decision, maybe choosing an apartment or a job, and you're just frozen, thinking, ugh, what if there's something better? What if I pick wrong? And we've all been there. It's that fear of missing out. It could be totally crippling. But what if I told you there's actually a simple sort of mathematical guide to help? Something to cut through the noise and tell you when to stop looking and just, commit. We're doing a deep dive today into the 37% rule, our mission. To unpack this thing, help you make decisions faster, better, and honestly with a lot less stress.
Yeah, and that feeling you're describing, that paralysis, it's actually a well-studied problem in math. It's called an optimal stopping problem.
An optimal stopping, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about situations where you see options one after another sequentially. And the tricky part is once you say no, you usually can't go back.
Yeah.
Like rejecting a job offer or maybe even dating someone. That option's gone.
Right, gone for good. So you could reject something amazing early on or wait too long and miss everything.
Precisely. So the challenge is finding that sweet spot. When do you stop looking and just choose to give yourself the best shot at getting the very best option available?
Okay, so that's the problem laid out. Is this where the 37% rule comes in? Is that the magic number?
That's the one. The 37% rule. It's surprisingly straightforward. It basically says the best time to make your decision is after you've looked at, well, roughly 37% of your total expected options.
37%, okay. How does that work in practice?
It kind of splits your search into two phases.
Yeah.
The first 37% is what you could call the exploration phase.
Exploration, so just looking.
Exactly. You're not picking anything yet.
Great.
You're just gathering information, seeing what's out there, getting a feel for the quality, and basically setting a benchmark in your mind for what a great option looks like.
Okay, makes sense, like calibrating your expectations.
Right. Then, once you pass that 37% mark, you enter the decision phase.
Yeah.
And the rule is simple. You choose the very next option that comes along that is better than anything you saw in that initial 37% exploration batch.
The very next one, so no hesitation.
No hesitation. As soon as one beats your benchmark, you commit. Mathematically, this approach gives you the highest probability of landing the single best option out of the whole group.
Wow, okay. That's quite specific. It almost feels counterintuitive not to jump on something amazing if it appears early, but I see the logic. You need that baseline first.
You need the baseline.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how do you know it's amazing relative to what else might be out there?
Right, right. It's about making an informed commitment, not just a hopeful guess. Can we walk through an example, maybe something relatable like finding a job?
Perfect. Let's say you're a recent graduate. You give yourself maybe 2 months to find a job, and you realistically expect about, say, 10 offers in that time frame.
Okay, 10 offers total. So 37% of 10 is about 3 or 4, right? Let's say 4 offers.
Exactly. So the first 4 offers you receive are purely for that exploration phase. You go through the interviews, you learn about salaries, the culture, the commute, whatever matters to you. But you reject all 4, even if one seems pretty good.
Reject all 4.
Okay, that takes discipline.
It does. Let's imagine offer #2 was the best of those first 4. That salary, those benefits, that becomes your benchmark, your standard.
Got it. Offer #2 is the high water mark so far.
Right. Now you keep interviewing, offer #5 comes in, you evaluate it. Is it better overall than offer #2? If yes, boom. You accept offer #5 immediately. You don't wait to see offers 6 through 10.
You just take it,
Okay.
because it's the first one to beat the best of your exploration set.
That's the rule. You've used the initial phase to learn. Now you act decisively based on that learning.
That makes a lot of sense. But are there times when this rule isn't the best fit? Or maybe it has limitations?
Absolutely, that's a really important point. There are definitely caveats. First, remember the goal here. The 37% rule is specifically designed to maximize your chance of getting the single best option.
Okay, not just a good enough one. Exactly. If good enough is fine, maybe you don't need this strict approach. Second, it really relies on the idea that you can't go back to rejected options. That holds true for job offers, often dating, maybe apartment hunting in a hot market. But, buying a book on Amazon, you can probably go back.
Right. If the option stays available, the rule changes.
It does. And finally, you do need some idea of the total number of options you're likely to see. How many apartments will you view? How many job offers might you get?
And what if you guess wrong on the total number?
Well, even a rough estimate makes the rule work much, much better than just sort of winging it or relying purely on gut feeling. It's a powerful guideline, a strategy, but not an unbreakable law. You still need context.
Okay, so it's a tool, not a magic wand, but a pretty powerful tool nonetheless.
A very powerful tool for certain kinds of decisions, yes.
So wrapping this up then, the 37% rule, it's this simple but really quite profound mathematical idea. Explore the first 37% of your options to set a standard, then commit to the very next option that beats that standard. It seems like a really practical way to tackle those big, overwhelming choices with, well, more confidence and maybe a bit less of that awful regret or FOMO. It turns chaos into a clearer plan.
A clear, actionable plan.
Yeah, so maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. What's the biggest decision you're facing right now? And how might knowing this 37% rule actually change how you approach it?
Life. And that's the 37% rule, a super simple, powerful way to tackle those huge decisions with more confidence and way less what if. It helps turn a mess of choices into a clear, easy plan. So, what's the biggest decision you've got on your plate right now? Drop it in the comments below. And hey, if you like this little brain hack, it would be awesome if you could hit that like button and subscribe for more tips to help you live a little smarter.